Education is a service to society. Nelson Mandela said that education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. National Education Commission, which functioned from 1964 to 1966, popularly known as the Kothari Commission, said in its report that the destiny of our country lies in our classrooms. Hello everyone, this is Harshit Verma and you're watching The Upfront. Education is facing many problems, and among them one of the biggest problem is of commercialization of education. MBBS and MBA are programs which are considered white elephants in the education sector as the seats are sold in lakhs and crores of rupees. As education is having a good amount of money, many businessmen and politicians have entered into this sector. Colleges create a beautiful building, use Google advertising, and with the help of brokers they get admissions. Colleges collect fee in the name of admission fee, tuition fee, hostel fee, sports fee, cultural fee, etc. from the students and pay peanuts to the teachers. Colleges also do not give health insurance to their staff. They give the employer the PF share from the employee's salary only. Due to this current setup, teaching profession is one of the least preferred profession in India. Commercialization of education peaked during the COVID-19 pandemic. College management have perfectly used this opportunity to exploit the faculty members to the core by not paying them full salaries as they were not coming to college and doing other activities. Many colleges have paid only 50% of the salary to its employees. On the other hand, colleges collected full fee from students before they appeared for their final examination. But there are some good and reputed institutions as well who have paid full salary to their employees without any delay. They have really treated their staff as their family members. Colleges have removed people from certain departments as they currently don't need them. For example, the placement department. Colleges have sent certain staff for unpaid holiday for months and they have been told that they'll be called if required. For example, librarians and hostel staff. Some colleges have started paying full salaries after 6 months as they are going for accreditation. Now let's talk about the accreditation fraud. Various famous accreditation boards are National Assessment and Accreditation Council, National Board of Accreditation, the International Accreditation Council for Business Education, and there are others as well. Colleges go for accreditation to use it in their advertisements and to ultimately increase their fee from the next academic year. Colleges hire a consultant who teach them how to project information and what all information can be faked. Let me give you a few examples. NBA sees on how the institution is implementing the Bloom's taxonomy. As the colleges would not be using Bloom's taxonomy, they would work really hard to fake all the documents to prove that Bloom's taxonomy is a part of their education system. The accreditation team would want to meet the alumni, so the college would call the alumni a few days before in advance so that they can teach the students how and what to speak. Generally, colleges are run with a 50% faculty when compared to the prescribed number. So colleges hire faculty on a temporary basis, use faculty from other departments and create a new fake attendance register. The colleges run 2 to 3 courses in one building, and when there is an inspection, they ask the students of other courses not to come to college. The colleges use big words in its vision and mission statements, but everything is an eyewash. They also fake documents during the local inspection committee visit, which would be from the university. Now, what had happened that we are talking about this issue right now? Let me tell you a recent controversy. A frustrated professor's post on LinkedIn highlights the current situation of education and expresses his helplessness. Many people commented on his post saying that education is in a sorry state and that institutions give wrong information about placements. A person said that greedy owners do it. A student said that institutions take huge amount of money as fees, but they don't give anything in return. Another person advised him to take legal action. A student pointed out that faculties get a salary cut, but they don't get any fee cut. Another person said that unfair practices in the education system should be addressed. Government should come up with strict laws to control the illegal activities done by educational institutions through educational trusts. The government should create a platform or institution where faculty and staff can go and complain against any kind of fraud or injustice that had happened to them. These accreditation bodies, rather than having a scheduled visit, should give a surprise visit if they really want to know the truth about that institute. The accreditation committee should meet the faculty, staff, and students on a one-to-one basis so that they can freely express their views and the truth would come out, as they would be afraid to speak the truth in front of others. Faculty, staff, and students should strongly raise their voice if they want to improve the education system of this country. What was your experience with private institutions? Tell us in the comment section below. If you found this video informative, please like it and share it with your friends and family. If you like the work that we do, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon for regular updates.